do a vlog about the PSB11. Now, I have done one before where I've briefly spoken a little bit about this, but I haven't put it out totally to the public. Only a select few saw that one. Right. And I sound like a big head now, and I'm not really. I haven't got that. You might think I've got loads of confidence, but I haven't. Right. And now I'm talking shit. Anyway. Right. Okay. So this is called a PSB11. And ghost hunters use it to try and communicate with spirits or with whatever is out there that we think is haunting a place. And what this can do is it can hopefully these things, spirits, entities, whatever it is that's trying to communicate, they come through this and they speak through this using a radio station. Now you might think, a radio station is going to come out with loads of words anyway. Well, not with these, because basically what they do is, rather than just play a radio station, okay, if you want to listen to a radio station, first of all you've got to tune that radio station in. And to be able to tune the radio station in, on old radio stations you used to have like a button which should turn, and maybe a meter, a little dial on a meter which would show the numbers of the radio station, and you turn it to the radio station until it tuned in via the antenna. This has an antenna too. And digital radio stations now, you usually have like a little button and you'll press it and it will sweep until it finds a station. Once it's found a station, it will set itself onto that station, and so on. But what these are designed for are to sweep continuously through the radio through all the radio stations, okay? So what we can do is, rather than just sweep through an AM channel or an FM channel, we can actually sweep through both AM and FM together on this one, which is pretty cool. So I believe, yes, we can. So anyway, that is quite a cool thing about this. And the even better thing about it is that it's not just one radio, okay, it's two radios. So you've got two radios sweeping together at the same time continuously. You can put it on a forward sweep where it's going forwards through the channels, or you can put it on a reverse sweep where it's going backwards through the channels, okay? And you can set them adjacent to each other, so they don't have to be both on forward, and they don't both have to be on reverse. You can have one on forward, one on reverse, and so on and so on and so on. And you can also change the sweep rate, so you can control how fast it will sweep through the stations. So if you get some words, nice clear-cut words come through this, that's actually quite good. And if it's intelligent response words, then that's even better. And if it's a word that is related to a location you're investigating, such as a name, that would be brilliant. An age, you know, just intelligent responses is what you're looking for with this. And I have used this a few times now and barely gotten anything through it at all. So at the moment I'm a little bit disappointed with it, but at the same time I'm thinking, well, maybe, just maybe, then next time I use it, or the time after that, or whenever, when I do get something, it's going to make it so much more credible to me to actually think, well, it does work. So that's quite good. So I would actually recommend trying this. Right, that's the perks of it. Now the downfalls of it. Basically, it even says this in the instructions, but I have found that it gives me a headache after a while, which is a common occurrence apparently, because it says so in the instructions. It actually says here, if you get a headache after 3 to 5 minutes of using this radio, don't worry, as this is a common occurrence. Take a break and try again at a later time. To start off, only use the radio 3 to 5 minutes and then progress to longer sessions. Now I find that it also really hurts my ears. Really, really hurts my ears. So, although you need it quite loud to be able to hear stuff, it's a good tool. It's a very good tool, and I would recommend having one 100%. If you can afford to buy one of them, go and get one, because they are a really, really nifty piece of kit to have in your ghost hunting tool bag. But be prepared to maybe get a headache. Be prepared to have ears ringing later on. But if you're a hardened person, then you'll be fine. So anyway, that's what I thought I'd talk about. Oh, and another thing, on the nice little instruction guidance little piece of card that came with it, it also says an opening protection prayer, which I thought was quite good. And it recommends saying this at the beginning of each sentence. And on here it actually says, right, it says, say an opening protection prayer. I always say to all the spirits around me, please protect me from any harmful or negative spirits that may come to me, and only allow positive spirits or energy to come through. So that's a good thing to say at the start of any session that you do, whether you're using a ghost box, whether you're just sitting there waiting for a knock or a noise. Just, it's nice to have, just to say something nice at the start to protect you. And then at the end as well, it also says on here to close your session down properly. So it reads out here, when you are done conducting a session, you should close the session properly. You should instruct any entities to leave once your session is complete. Once this has been done, you can turn off the radio. So it's just all like common sense stuff, which those of you who investigate yourselves probably do. Anyway, whether it really, really works or not, nobody knows, but it's a good thing to just take precaution. Better to be safe than not. If you can hear a really annoying scratching, scurrying noise, it's because I've got a doggy and he is caged right beside my camera.
It's a spell.
So he's kind of getting in on the action too. So I am going to close this up for now. Oh, another thing I was going to say is I'm quite happy to film me doing a session with this at home on my own. If you would like to get involved with it, that would be brilliant. Comment below and let me know if you think it's a good idea, and also just if there's some questions you would like me to ask. It can be anything at all. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you've got a loved one that's crossed over. I'm not saying that your loved one's specifically going to come through, but who knows how they watch or integrate with us, if that really is them. I never say that everything's paranormal, because you just never know. But anyway, if you have a loved one or anything like that and you would like me to ask a question, I'll say your name and I'll say your question and we'll see if we get a response. Now, I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. Like I say, it is an experiment, but something I'm quite happy to try if you would be interested in integrating with me. So looking forward to hearing your response. Please do comment and please let me know what you think of this video, and until the next, bye for now.